video covers the GIS field collection app that we're using for the Monarch wings across the Eastern Broadleaf Forest. It's actually an app produced by Esri, and it is called Survey 123 for ArcGIS. So we have credentials that we are passing out to any of the field collectors. To salt the application onto your mobile device, you will need to log in, much like I am trying to do here. And I'm using the credentials that have been provided so that I can sign in to ArcGIS Online. And that was the wrong password. Let's try that. Okay, so once we're logged in, and we can check right here by seeing that we are signed in as P28R user. And we don't have any surveys, so we need to go check and see what surveys are available to us. We have two. In this case, for the Monarch wings across the Eastern Broadleaf Forest, we're going to choose this seed collection report and download it so that we have a local copy on our device. And now that we've done that, we can go in and open the survey, review the information about who's involved in the project team, but most importantly, open up the form and collect data for our field visits. And these fields that have a red asterisk beside the name or beside the description, such as the data recorder name, those are all required and must be within the record before we can submit the data form back to the cloud. So let's enter some information to get us through this bare minimum of required attributes. And I'll get that right in a minute. There we go. This is going to be for collection team number 2 in Arkansas, and we are at our site. That is the first site that we have collected from, but we're going to be collecting the second collection at this same site, and it happened on the 28th of May or 27th of May, which is a Saturday. And here we are in Arkansas, and the county name we can start typing so that we can get a short list of the counties. And I've enabled location services on my mobile device prior to opening up Survey 123. So by default, it does a pretty decent job of positioning me within the county using my GPS services on my phone or on your mobile device. But I want to do a little better job of kind of finding where we were. We were in Wilson Park. I just want to zoom in to the map till I get to that location. And if I don't like this particular world topography map, I can switch it to another map that may be a little more detailed and a little more up to date. And we even have a map service that includes photography. So we got world imagery we can use as well if you want to switch to that. Okay, so once we have positioned our collection site as best we can using the GPS coordinates, we can then go in and identify which seed we actually collected. So in this case, this is a sample collection site. We'll just choose the sunflower, and we can also identify any other plants of our 20 target species that may have been blooming at the time. And then most importantly, we've got a minimum of 3 photos that we need to capture while we're in the field. So let's just capture a couple of shots here using my mobile device just to kind of show you how this works. You obviously want actual photos of the plants that you were taking in the field. And let me just do one more. We got an actual seed photo, and just for a demonstration, I'm going to pull a sample image off of my camera roll. So once that image is uploaded, I also have other options to capture the data sheet information. So these are the paper forms, or the field data form, that the Pollinator Partnership has put together for us. And since you're going to be collecting that in the field anyway, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and snap a photo of this and upload it with your digital submission, because it'll kind of help as a backup. So after you've captured a photo of your data sheet, you can choose the land cover type in which you were within. And this was an urban site. Permission was not required. And we had 2 people in the field collecting data. And let's just say this was a residential park area. Be a little more detailed. So air temperature the day of collection was approximately 82, and the relative humidity was pretty high that day. It was early before front. It was like 76% humidity. But there is also a couple of links in here to help you go check out the local data services of mobileweather.gov, and you can zoom in or choose the zip code of which you are studying, and you can see that currently we're at 81 degrees and our relative humidity is only 44%. So let's go back to the app. Let's pick up where we left off, and that is essentially all of the information that we need to enter for this report. And hit the check box or the check to say that the survey is complete. And we have a couple of options now. Considering that we are online, we can either send this report now or we can send it later. And I'm going to choose send it later just so I can demonstrate how the outbox works. Notice now we have the collect option, and we also have the outbox indicating that we have one report that has not been submitted. So we can go back and review that one, and we can see a little bit of detail about this particular report, and we can jump back into it if we want to and edit it one last time if we want to. So let's go in and continue and edit this survey. So it loads it up, and I don't see anything I really want to change. Let's say, oh yeah, maybe the world milkweed was also blooming that particular day. So let's save these changes and choose to send later. We go back to the outbox, and if we want to, we can just go ahead and send this right now. And it's going to get some service information and then push the 4 attachments as well as that report up into the cloud and into our project database. And you see that we now have a sent folder. We can go back and review this. So if there's, even after we submit it, if we decide there's 1 or 2 changes that we'd like to make, we can go back and review this and resend it if we choose to. So it's probably a good idea to keep your sent folder handy on your local device, considering you have a record or a copy of every report that you have submitted. So if we were to collect at a new site location, we could go back and use this tab, and we start from scratch and walk through the same process all over again. Back up, I can close this survey and lose my changes, and notice that my sent image or file is still there, along with the collector name and actually the site ID and which collection it was. So that pretty much wraps up how to walk through the app and use the GIS app for your field data collection efforts during the Monarch Wings Across the Eastern Broadleaf Forest project. Thank you very much.